bring out the fellas, your Los Angeles Lakers. Kent Bazemore. DeAndre Jordan. Russell Westbrook. At forward, 6'10", number 3, A.D. Anthony Davis. At forward, 6'9", number 6, LeBron James. This is your Los Angeles Lakers.
Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone joining us here at 2K Sports. It's time for a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Brian, thank you. Well, James Harden's one-on-one scoring ability is unsurpassed. He said, quote, "I honestly can't tell you what I'm thinking. Nothing's predetermined. I just need one advantage. Whatever the defense gives me, I take it, and greatness happens after that." Thoughts?
He is deadly, Allie. Thank you. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for James Harden.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Harrison Durant in as the forwards. James Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, the big three for this team all out there. Westbrook the point, LeBron and AD sliding in at the forward spots. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Kent Bazemore. And Grant, no shortage of athleticism on display tonight. Something you'd know a little bit about.
Well, you know, BA, in my younger days, I might have caught a few guys, but maybe we'll see a few highlights tonight, too.
It'll be the Nets off the tip. Now Irving. Outside Durant. Pass to Claxton. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Davis from long range, and they'll get another chance. Here's James. Westbrook with it, defended by Harden. Harden against Westbrook. Into the lane. Oh!
My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer it home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
Harden against Westbrook. Outside Irving. That one goes in.
You know, there's an inner drive and an inner burn to Kyrie Irving. This guy can make difficult shots because he's driven to be great.
Here's Bazemore. Pass to James. Lets it go from 11. No good off the back of the rim. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Harden with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Irving's gotten his second bucket.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
Westbrook against Harden. And he lobs it up. Deflected. And they're pushing it up. And it's Harris. That time on the assist by Irving.
I think it might surprise people that Joe Harris does not mind contact on the interior. That's a nice shot. Wow.
Here's Bazemore. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Here's Davis. Hits the jump hook.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
The Nets have gone 3 of 4 to get things going. Well, Anthony Davis helped rescuing the Lakers from some lean years. In the 6 seasons prior to his arrival, they'd missed the playoffs more times than in the previous 65 years of the franchise.
And a year after they got him, they're hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And now with his new contract, he should help them compete for a long time to come. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Bazemore. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Kyrie Irving. At the line for the Lakers, Kent Bazemore.
One shot.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here's Harden. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Blazers. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And with a moment here, let's see the league's top scorers. Second is Kevin Durant. Fourth, LeBron James.
Whenever these two are on the floor, there's a good chance one of them, if not both of them, will go off.
Westbrook against Harden. There's the three. Drains the triple.
And that's just precision personified from Harden beyond the arc. I mean, he looks so comfortable shooting from out there.
James against Harris. Pass to Bazemore. Oh, denied by Durant. Harris against James. And here is Irving. Back to Harris. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
They're really working the paint now.
The Lakers trail. Westbrook with it. Coming off a 31-point game. Pass to Bazemore. Here's Davis. Guarded by Durant. Now James. Oh, stolen by Harden. Puts it up from 12. Chalk up 2 there. Harden's got 5 points.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Here's Bazemore. Pass to Davis. Here's James. Cans it from short range.
I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
Now here's Harden. He's got 5. Outside Durant. Fires for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Davis has got his second basket of the game. The Nets with the lead. Outside Durant. Pass to Harris. It's stolen by James. 3 on 3. And Davis slams it home.
Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
Harden, the pass to Harris. Now here's Durant. Irving with it. And here's Harden. Here's the 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
At the line.
One of the most creative offensive talents in the game. Harden simply just has a knack for creating contact.
The first free throw is good. And Grant, as you watch the league since you retired, what do you think is the biggest change?
Well, you started to see the three-point boom change towards the end of my career. And, of course, also how centers are used is probably the biggest change of them all.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. And he sinks the second.
You know, I'm not sure James Harden has ever been labeled a point guard, despite the fact that he's a great facilitator. But last year, boy, that's exactly what he became. He took that challenge and ran with it.
And he nails the third. And it was Kyrie Irving who vocalized that Harden should play the point.
You never know exactly what Kyrie's thinking, but boy, his IQ is unbelievable. He knew the dynamic between himself, Harden, and Durant, and when he told James to play the point guard, that is when this team took off.
Westbrook, basket counts.
Westbrook can absorb contact, and he's got great focus and great finishing ability.
Harden against Westbrook. To the paint. And Claxton gets the bucket. Claxton's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
He's checked in for Bazemore. And the Nets also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Nets on D, leading by 5. Outside, Rondo. There's James on the wing. And it's rejected. And he's able to get it back. Again, the miss by James.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
To the inside. Ooh, Howard with a block.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
And it's the Lakers on the break from 8 feet. And Davis with the basket on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists tonight. For Brooklyn, they've gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Here's Harden following the score by the Lakers. Inside, here's Irving. That one's good for 2. Irving's got 6.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
James against Harris. Tipped away. 5 to shoot. Here's Westbrook. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 2 from beyond the arc in this first quarter. Harden with it, and Rondo picks him up defensively. Johnson finds Irving. No good on the shot. Westbrook with the defensive effort. And there's the lob, and it's Howard finishing it off.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
And it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. Anthony's checked in for Davis. Horton-Tucker comes in for LeBron. And it's Bradley in for Russell Westbrook. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Griffin, he's checked in for Claxton. Bembry comes in for Harris. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Mills in for Harden. The Lakers on D. They trail by 1. Pass to Johnson. Here's Mills. Takes it inside. Ooh, Howard with a block. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard. Clock at 2, and here's Griffin outside. That one is off. And Los Angeles the other way now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Here's Griffin.
Now, Dwight Howard staying engaged on the defensive end. Boy, does he make an impact.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Bruce Brown. At the line for the Lakers, Avery Bradley.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
How about the remarkable improvement of Avery Bradley over time? Once strictly a dominant defender, this guy can make threes. He can drive the lane. There isn't an aspect of the game where he hasn't grown.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Brooklyn's gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. Now here's Mills. Checked by Rondo. From 9 feet. Rebounded by the Lakers. Pass to Horton-Tucker. On the clock. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Brown with it, and Rondo picks him up defensively. Down low. Here's Horton-Tucker. Tipped. Griffin passes to Brown. Back to Griffin. Tries to snap the cold streak. No good. A bit long that time. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Anthony. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure people give Melo enough credit for his ability to create space with the dribble.
Brooklyn trailing. Now here's Mills. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Carter, he's checked in for Brown.
For the Nets, Javon Carter.
Here's Mills. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Carter. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Dwight Howard picks one up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Javon Carter.
And that one falls for Carter. And the Lakers making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And so Carter nails them both. There's 39 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now here's Rondo. The D's right on him. Pass to Anthony. Oh, and Johnson with a block. 19 seconds left in the first. Here's Mills. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. That shot missing. And so it's Anthony Davis making things happen for the Lakers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. And for Rajon Rondo, titles won in Boston and also LA. But he said now it means a little more.
Just having my son witness the opportunity of me winning at a later age in my career. I won when I was 21, but coming full circle many, many moons later, you know, my son's 9 now at the time, so he was able to witness me win a championship, and that's probably the greatest feeling I've ever had in basketball.
Well, the reality is, Grant, all players' families sacrifice too, don't they?
They really do, B.A. I mean, all those road trips and time spent apart. I mean, when you win, it's a victory for everyone who has helped you get there.
And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the defense to collapse. That could free up shooters going forward.
Well, something else they've done a good job of tonight is penetrating and getting points right at the rim.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. They've got Javon Carter. DeAndre Bembry is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Blake Griffin, and it's Mills in at point guard. Now here's Anthony. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Horton-Tucker. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Patty Mills.
Bazemore's checked in for the Lakers. And the Nets also making a change. Durant's checked in.
Horton-Tucker.
One shot.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Now Mills. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Unloads. And stolen by Bazemore. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Well, you want to talk about a super team. Last season, the Brooklyn Nets became the only team in NBA history to boast 6 players who'd made it all NBA over their career. Guys, the roster has changed just a bit, but make no mistake, this team remains loaded in a way we don't see too often.
No question, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks. Durant for 3. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. Pass to Horton-Tucker. Now Jordan. And here's Anthony. He's checked by Carter. Elbow shot on the way. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. And the Lakers lead by 5. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second. Anthony against Durant. Griffin with it. Outside Mills. The 15-footer. Oh, and Bradley with a block. Pass to Bazemore. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Horton-Tucker. Second chance effort. And he takes it up and lays it in. Horton-Tucker's got 5 now.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
You know, at this point in his career, we talk about DeAndre Jordan as a role player, but it wasn't that long ago that he was a first-team All-NBA player. In the right situation, this guy can do great things. He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make-all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Now here's Mills. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Carter. And here's Durant. Over Anthony. And the Nets miss again. And the thing about Jordan, he has elite specialties.
That's exactly right. One of the league's leading rebounders for so many years. A defensive anchor. A guy who sets incredible screens. This is why stars love to play alongside him.
Here's Bradley. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
Will it go? And it's good on the layup. Embry's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
The Lakers call timeout. And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Changes now for the Lakers. Davis, he's checked in for Anthony. LeBron comes in for Horton-Tucker. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Bradley. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Claxton, he's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Bembry. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Carter. And it's Harden in for Mills. Now, here is James. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Well, pick your poison if you're a defender against LeBron. That three-point shot, just another way he's going to put it to you.
Harden, the pass to Durant. Shoots over Davis. Outside for Irving. Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Pass to James. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 4 assists in the game. The Nets have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Harden against Westbrook. Inside. Here's Claxton. And it's blocked by Davis.
Dominant on the defensive end. AD can change games with his length. Getting a block just right there.
Kevin Durant.
2 shots. Foul.
At the line for the Lakers, DeAndre Jordan.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Well, your 7 seconds or less Suns really paved the way for the pace and space style that we see throughout the league today, Grant.
You know, BA, it really did. But, you know, it's interesting. I think there were those back then that thought it was kind of gimmicky. But, boy, has it changed. And I feel like we could have had more success if we had just gone all in on that approach.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Westbrook, the pass to Davis. Launches a 3. That shot is off. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. And that one's good. Durant's got his first bucket in this one.
Though he does have a scorer's mindset, Harden's vision and experience playing alongside some of the best talent in the league have made him an awesome playmaker. He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Harris misses. The Lakers have gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Westbrook against Harden. Westbrook can't hit.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
James against Irving. Down low. And Durant with the big finish.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
Westbrook with it. Give him 8. And he's going for the lob. And finished off by Westbrook.
How about the high-flying antics of Russell Westbrook? The alley-oop. My goodness, that's pretty.
Harden from outside. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
That free throw no good. And the Lakers with some changes. Howard's checked in for Jordan. And it's Rondo in for Bazemore. And he's good on the second.
A nightly triple-double threat. Harden's level of creativity and incredible confidence makes him lethal.
And he nails the third. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 10. Outside, Rondo. Westbrook outside. Up top, Davis. Rebounded by James Harden.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And there's James from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. James has got 6 here in the quarter.
Boy, when LeBron is pulling and hitting that jumper, you know he's in the zone. Just one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game.
Timeout called. Brooklyn, they're coming off that loss against Portland.
It's never easy to win games when you're missing free throws. They had to be better.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
So the Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
James Johnson.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Harden, the pass to Johnson. Outside Irving. And he lays it up and in. Irving's got 10 points.
And even through contact, Kyrie still able to finish shots consistently.
Pass to Westbrook. With the drive. And finished off by Westbrook.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Now here's Irving. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get off a shot here. He buries it from 3. He's got 13.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
And he lobs it up to the rim.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. To the inside.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Rondo. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. And the Lakers lead by 6.
At his speed, Westbrook somehow still able to scan the floor and find his guys. That's nice.
Harden fires away from outside. Here's Harris. And the Nets tack on 2 more. Well, the Lakers shooting around 60% in the second. An excellent number.
Something we do not always talk about is that Joe Harris is not just a shooter. Even though he doesn't rack up huge assist totals, this guy's a solid passer. He competes on the defensive end, and he can actually put it on the deck.
And Davis with the block.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
And what is it specifically that makes Harris a good playmaker, Doris?
I think it's probably his IQ, the fact that he can see a play develop before it really gets to a position where most guys see it. He has a great feel for where his teammates are, and he knows how to hit them in their favorite spots.
That one's off. Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And he can't hit the second. The Lakers in the lead. It's James on the wing. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Nicholas Claxton.
Griffin, he's checked in for
At the
Claxton.
line for Los Angeles, Anthony Davis.
One shot.
During the 2020 bubble playoffs, Anthony Davis took it to another level, shooting 57% from the field, 38% from deep, and picking up his first ring with the Lakers.
Now here's Griffin, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Nails it from three.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Back to Rondo. 1:11 left in the second period. For three, James. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Pass to Harden. It's Brown on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist of the night.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Westbrook outside. Here's James. Soft touch off the glass. James has got 8 points in the quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Harden drives in. Pass to Irving.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take, leaving him out there.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving.
That free throw good from Irving.
Well, Uncle Drew will go out there and do his thing, won't he? Kyrie Irving, an exceptional player. And in fact, if you ask other NBA players, he's one of their favorite to watch.
Carter, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And that's good as he hits both shots.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
The Lakers shooting around 60% in the second, an excellent number. Pass to Bradley. Jacks up a three. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo, he's got 3 assists in the game.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Irving for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone.
One of the best defenders in the league at any position. AD can just smother a dude.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks a lot. I'm with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, what's going to be critical in the second half to get this win?
Just beat us. Yeah, we got to go on the free-throw line, keep them off the free-throw line, make them make contested twos. We got to move the basketball offensively.
Your expectations are always high defensively. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Well, Los Angeles shooting an efficient 57% tonight. At forward, it's the incredible duo of LeBron and AD. Kent Bazemore is out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Frank Vogel getting going here in the second half. Now here's Harden. For 3, here's Harris. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harris has got 9.
Well, catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris' specialty? I think it is.
Pass to James. Sinks it from distance. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now, here is James. Oh, they pick off the pass. Harris against Davis. Pass to Harden. On the wing, Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. And it's in there. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Left side, Davis. Over Harris. Off the left rim and out.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Pass to Claxton. Outside Harden. And Bazemore pulls it down.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Harris on the wing. Back to Harden. Over Jordan. Harden can't hit.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
To the paint. Here's Bazemore. The shot's good on the assist by James. Bazemore's got 5 now.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision unreal.
Here's Irving. James with the block. And he gets it back. It's Bazemore on the wing. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's James. Blocked! Harris against James. Yes! And the foul! It's on LeBron James.
Boy, you love the willingness of Joe Harris to mix it up. There's a physicality to his game that might surprise you.
Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Rondo. Mills, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
One shot.
Well, you can be a second-round selection and still make it in the NBA. Joe Harris, because of his commitment to work, has carved out a nice career for himself. This guy is a lights-out three-point shooter.
And there's James from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And Brooklyn going the other way now. After this one, they're off to Los Angeles to take on the Clippers. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. On the wing, Durant. This for the tie! And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. Davis finds James. Back to Davis. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Davis has got 13.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Davis against Durant. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
2 Boy, this guy a multifaceted talent, and not just on the court. Kevin Durant has said, quote, basketball is just what I do and love, but that isn't just who I am. This guy really tries to make a difference.
And he makes a first. And Durant has helped many people with his generosity.
Yeah, once committed $10 million to the college track program to help disadvantaged kids receive a higher education. He's been renovating basketball courts around the world, and obviously as an entrepreneur, he's been focusing on companies and products that are making lives better. How cool is that? Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
It's Bazemore on the wing. James up top. Westbrook outside. And slam dunk by James.
Amazing. Even a little bit off target. LeBron knows how to finish the alley-oop.
Harden, the pass to Harris. Outside Durant. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
Well, the length and size of Kevin Durant make him a prime target on the interior. So good at forcing the issue close to the basket.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
The fantastic passing we saw from them in the first half carried right over into the second half, too.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
First free throw is good.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe.
And both free throws good for Durant. The Lakers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Pass to Bazemore. Now Davis, pounded by Harris. Back to Bazemore. Clock at 6. It's tipped. Here's Mills. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. To the middle. The kick to Durant. For the lead. And that's 2 points on the layup. Durant's got 16 points.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
James against Durant. James passes to Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 9 assists now tonight. The Nets have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Inside. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, do opposing defenses just start shaking their head when Kevin Durant starts cooking, because he can heat up in a hurry?
Now Harden, 13 points in the game. From deep. Rebound, the Lakers. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now. Sinks that one from the post. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Absolutely nothing you can do with that. Westbrook takes the challenge and will take on all comers.
Timeout called, Brooklyn.
Well, you think back to Russell Westbrook's collegiate days at UCLA. Those teams were loaded. Think about it. The future MVP at that time did not start as a freshman and scored only 3 points per game.
And the Lakers with some changes. Howard's checked in for Jordan. Anthony comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Horton-Tucker in for Bazemore. Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for Harris. Now here's Harden. 13 points in the game. Cash, Mills with the bucket. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Westbrook with it. He's guarded by Mills. Pass to Horton-Tucker. Drives to the hoop. And he comes up with a bucket. Horton-Tucker's got 9 points.
That's a throwback move right there. Lofts it up and over the defender with the finger roll.
Now here's Harden. Horton-Tucker grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 3-point Laker lead.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Durant has the open look, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Durant's got 20 points.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Pass to Westbrook. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
Well, this guy is so special. On the attack on the interior, this guy is seeking contact. He doesn't want to avoid it.
Outside Mills. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, the Lakers. James has got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Some room here for Anthony. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Anthony's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation for Melo on the catch and shoot.
Harden, the pass to Griffin. With the floater. And it's laid up and in by Brown. 5 points in the game.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Here's Horton-Tucker. 9 points in the game. James passes to Anthony. Goes back up. Shoots over Griffin. And that one hits the back iron. Brooklyn has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. The Lakers making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Carter comes in for Mills. The Lakers in the lead. Westbrook outside. Three-pointer, Anthony. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 9 assists now tonight.
His three-point shot can be streaky from game to game and season to season, but Melo's certainly a threat from out there.
Now here's Harden. He's got 13, and it's good for 2.
Showing off the dribble moves, able to create for himself. I love it.
1:56 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Durant against Westbrook. Westbrook drawing the double. Pass to Bradley. Here's Horton-Tucker. Shot clock at 5. Howard against Brown. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. This for the tie. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Johnson.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Brown against Westbrook. Lets it go from 11. Nice jump shot. Westbrook's got 9 points in the quarter.
You seem to understand his teammate when Russell Westbrook is starting to find his rhythm, because these guys consistently get him the rock, and he delivers.
It's stolen by Howard. Anthony outside. Plenty of space. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Harden finds Johnson. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook drawing the double. Oh, stolen by Harden. Brown with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively. Counted. Brown's got 9 points.
Both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Anthony with a bucket. And here's Durant. Over Howard. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Russell Westbrook. He's been the guy making things happen for the Lakers. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And now we take a listen in to a recent huddle from Frank Vogel.
Poise and aggressiveness on the offensive end. Everything we do is with speed and force on the offensive end.
Frank Vogel clearly would like to see these guys attack the defense a little more, but also avoid costly mistakes.
And this is where I think you want to keep things simple. Make the right cut, the right pass. Don't worry about the style, just score.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. They've got Kevin Durant, James Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Javon Carter, and it's Claxton in at the 5.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
Brooklyn's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Throws it up high. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Claxton's gotten 5 shots to fall in 8 tries. Outside, Rondo, Anthony, and Durant with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in for Harden. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Rondo. Rebound Brooklyn.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Carter, the pass to Durant. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Durant's got 27 points.
Boy, the strength of Kevin Durant is a thing of beauty. How about the ability to stay under control as he gets bodied?
To the inside, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their activity at the defensive end has been impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
And you also have to give credit to them for their shot blocking. They've had a ton of rejections in this ballgame.
First one falls.
Yeah, that's an interesting point about Carmelo, one of the most prolific free throw shooters in the history of the game. Spends a lot of time at the stripe.
Jordan's checked in for the Lakers. Bazemore comes in for Bradley. And Anthony drops them both. The Nets have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Durant inside, Davis on him, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Boy, KD's so good with that up fake. He knows once he's got his man in the air, all he's got to do is jump into him and create the foul shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw is good from Durant.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
And so he makes both from the line.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Davis, the pass to Anthony. Back to Davis. 5 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And there's the basket. And the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line for 1.
Javon Carter. At the line for Los Angeles, Carmelo Anthony.
And the free throw, no good. Brooklyn has got 7 of their 16 3-point attempts to go in. Here's Durant. And Durant slams it home.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Bazemore. Jordan against Harris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the
At
defenders
the
in
line
tough
for Los
spots.
Angeles, Carmelo Anthony.
And he knocks down the first one. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Nets have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Here's Durant. Knocks down the step-back J. Durant's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Well, you see the attack mentality right there. Kevin Durant, if he gets room, he will take that shot without thinking about it.
Durant against Anthony. Davis drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Brooklyn with the ball. The Nets have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Durant, the pass to Carter. Down low. 4 on the clock. Here's Claxton. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. The Lakers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Bazemore. Fires the 3. And slam dunk by Jordan.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Now here's Irving. Beyond the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Rondo with it. Driving to the basket and denied. He sends it right off the glass. James is checked in for Anthony. And the Nets also making a change. Mills is checked in. Here's Bazemore. He's guarded by Irving. And stolen by Irving. Over to the wing. Outside Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. Rebounded by the Lakers. James has got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
I mean, do you think a little or even a big bump is stopping LeBron? His determination is part of what makes him a future Hall of Famer.
Now here's Irving. Over Jordan. And it's Irving missing.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Inside. Now here's Rondo. Guarded closely. And LeBron James hits from deep. James has got 12 points in just the second half. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Claxton. Outside Durant. Shoots over Davis. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Durant's got 35.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Here's Bazemore. Shoots. Here's Jordan, and he converts the layup. And the Lakers lead by 1.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
From 10 feet away. Count it. Good. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Bazemore. To the paint. Ooh, it's stolen away. To the middle. Here's Harris. That one no good. Good work defensively by James. Here's Bazemore, guarded by Durant. Jordan high post. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn with the board. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now. For 3, here's Harris. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
Pass to James. Outside. Rondo. Here's Bazemore. James up top. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
At the line for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan.
Free throw's good. Jordan, the Lakers making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. He's off on the second. Brooklyn has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the 4th. Outside Irving. That one a little long. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Pass to Davis. Now James. And Durant with the block. Now Irving. And here's Durant. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Durant's got 37.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
James against Durant. Back to Bazemore. And here is Irving. Right wing. And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And Westbrook draws the double. Pass to Bazemore. The 3. Fires in the triple.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Timeout call, Brooklyn.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And what's impressed me is how he's distributed the rock. I mean, he clearly wants to make his guys better. This kind of selfless attitude really improves overall team chemistry.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Nash was going over with his team. He loves what he's seeing from their perimeter offense. He told the team, quote, "Keep shooting. It's working for us. Let's bring this home." Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Outside Irving. Pass to Durant. Shoots over Davis. And it's blocked by Davis. Westbrook with it. And Westbrook draws the double. Back to Davis. James with the ball. Here's Bazemore. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. And now just a 1-point Nets lead. Pass to Claxton. Davis against Durant. Shoots over Davis. And he can't bank that one in. And they're set to take control of this game.
It's crucial that they convert here.
To the inside. Jordan, the pass to Davis. To take the lead. The three, James. And another three for the Lakers.
Well, should any of us be surprised? If they need a bucket, LeBron says, "Get me the ball," and delivers once again.
Brooklyn's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Mills with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Durant against Davis. Can they get it? Durant's shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And finished off by Davis.
What an emphatic bucket by Davis. This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
Here's Durant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on DeAndre Jordan.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Shoot 2.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good for Durant.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Westbrook drawing the double. Pass to James. That three's off the mark. The Nets shooting 58% from the floor. Terrific here in the fourth. Here's Durant. Back to Mills. Shot clock at 6. Oh my! What a shot!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. There's 42 seconds left in the game. checked in for the Lakers. Westbrook finds Davis. Back to Westbrook. 4-3. They get the rebound. Howard. It's in!
Dwight Howard has got to get some satisfaction for delivering in the clutch.
And the Nets call time here. They're down by 1. 29 seconds left in the fourth. Seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Durant. Good!
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're behind by 1. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. All right, guys, what do you think?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving.
Shoot 2.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make it a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Pass to Howard. And stolen by Irving. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Good on the first. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
James outside. laces one from three.
Yeah, there's not a person in this building who didn't know the ball was going to LeBron, and still he delivers.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Dwight Howard. Shooting for Brooklyn, Kyrie Irving.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a three-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game. So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
KD, you and Kyrie just took over tonight. What made you so aggressive?
I think coaches trusting us a little bit more to, initiate the offense. I think, once we both initiate the offense, it keeps the defense on their heels, and we can make plays for ourselves and for our teammates, and kind of got us back into that game.
Hopefully that trust continues to grow. Thanks, KD.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everybody.